I work hard to earn my pay, and I saved real big today at All-American Ford.
All right. Hey, everyone. I'm Jason Smino, the marketing director for the All-American Auto Group, and this is episode 13 of the All-American Auto Mall in Old Bridge Updates podcast. It is Wednesday, November 25th. I'm recording a day early. Usually the podcast drops on Thursdays, but tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. And this is an episode that I'm going to do fairly quickly and just dedicate to Feel Better Bears. It's this amazing program we're doing, so I'll talk a little bit more about that. Then I'll kind of recap some of our recent events and some smaller upcoming events, and we'll do our special NFL picks at the end, and I'll include some of the Thanksgiving Day games in that, so it'll be kind of a special edition. So let's get into it. All right, so Feel Better Bears is this amazing program. I love it. It's seriously my favorite thing that we do here at the dealership, and we do a lot. Our auto group, if you've been listening or you just know of our group, we do a ton with charity. We have a bunch of main charity partners like Jar of Hope. We do so much cool stuff with them. We do a lot of cool stuff with some pet adoption agencies around us like Sammy's Hope. So we do so much cool stuff, but Feel Better Bears, for some reason, it's just something that has stuck with me since I learned about it probably midway through last year. So the radio station NJ 101.5 came to us, and they started this program, I think, a couple years back. And they came to us to see if we wanted to partner with them with it and be one of the sponsors. So the way they explained it back then, and it rings true today, but it's basically this initiative where they collect donated stuffed animals. And those stuffed animals get provided to the New Jersey State PBA, which then obviously make their ways to all of the police departments in the state of New Jersey and the squad cars, so the first responder vehicles. And basically, when a police officer or first responder arrives on the scene of an emergency and there's a child on that scene, one of the first things they do to provide comfort is give them a teddy bear or a stuffed animal. So, the goal is to get these stuffed animals in every single first responder vehicle in the state of New Jersey so that everybody's kind of armed with one of these. And, from that perspective, if you're a child on the scene of an emergency, I can't even imagine, but I try and put myself in that situation where, you're so scared, you're so confused. Doesn't matter the age range, it could range from an infant to a teenager, really. You're so confused. It's unlike anything you've ever been through probably at that point. And to be handed a teddy bear, something of comfort, just something different, and to feel safe in that situation from a police officer, I think it's just one of the most special things that I've kind of heard about and heard from, first person experiences with these first responders that I've spoken to. So shout out to the Old Bridge Police Department. They're great to us, and we do a lot with them to help out the local community. They're amazing in the local community, the Old Bridge Police Department, PBA. So I've talked with a couple of police officers, and they talk about how much they love this program and how much it means to them to be able to hand a child a stuffed animal on the scene of one of these, potentially horrific scenarios, an emergency scenario. So they've talked to me about it. They have some great quotes about it where, the first time they gave it to the child, you could just see the child kind of gravitate towards that stuffed animal, kind of grab it, hug it. And for a second there, it's kind of like all okay for the child. And then it just helps them after that. So a really cool program that this is, for these donated stuffed animals. And I believe it was 2018, so 2 years ago. I think they had collected about 3,000 or 3,500, I think it was, stuffed animals. So last year was the first year that we got involved, 2019. And we had a box in all of our dealerships, a collection bin, I should say. And we promoted it like crazy online. There's other drop-off locations throughout New Jersey, too. You could find them on the website. It's nj1015.com/bears, and that'll have all of the information about this, and it'll have all the drop-off locations. So basically, we had a collection bin in all of our dealerships, and just the response from it last year was incredible. I would see, from where I'm sitting in my office, I would see so many people coming in with just bags and bags of stuffed animals and dropping them in the bins. It was so heartwarming. It was just incredible. This year with COVID, so last year I was saying the numbers. So 2 years ago it was 3,500 stuffed animals. Last year we doubled that and got to 7,000 stuffed animals. So just incredible. I was so proud of it. We had the New Jersey State PBA come here, and it was on News 12. Got some other media coverage. It was just so cool last year. I'll never forget it. It was a great experience, and lugging all of those stuffed animals that we had collected in the NJ 1015 cars and everything, and having them bring it to their station, and then they kind of package everything up and give it to the New Jersey State PBA. So just absolutely incredible last year, and this year is a little bit different. So with this year, obviously with COVID, we're expecting less people to come and bring the bears in, and that's fine. We get it. So obviously, we still have the collection bins here, so you can still bring your new unused stuffed animal here to donate in our collection bins and throughout all of our locations in New Jersey. And then, like I said, there's other locations that are participating that you could find on the website, nj1015.com/bears, or on our website, allamericanfordandoldbridge.com. So you could find out those locations, but then there's other options this year that NJ1015 thought about, which is they have a link to purchase bears online directly from them and to donate. So there's a couple options. You could buy a bear online and it'll be donated and sent straight to the New Jersey PBA. Or you can, buy bears on your own and then mail them yourself to the NJ State PBA office. So they have the address there on the website so that you could see it. And, if you want to purchase however many bears you want to purchase and then mail them out yourself. So there's a couple different options this year. So, I would love to hit our goal of 7,000 to match last year's. So we'll kind of see how we do it. But just kind of wanted to share that. I really love this program. I think it's great for the children of New Jersey and even for our first responders to just have something to provide to these children, for a scene that, is just horrific for everybody, these emergency situations. So check it out online, check our Facebook pages, our Instagram. I've already started to post some stuff about it, but I'll post more pictures of it throughout. It basically runs from now until December 20th. So, they let it run for about a month. The goal is to kind of get all this stuff settled by the holidays, and then, in the end of the year, and then all these bears get used in 2021, basically. And then, we'll be a part of it next year as well, hopefully. So that's the story with Feel Better Bears. Please check it out and share it on social media to kind of amplify it and get more attention to it. And I really appreciate anybody who shares it or anybody who donates. You are truly making a difference to the children of New Jersey. All right. And then just to kind of close the loop on some stuff, provide some updates on some stuff, and kind of look ahead. So on last week's episode, episode 12, we had Virginia on as a guest she is our performance specialist, performance truck specialist. And it was a really interesting interview. Definitely check it out. That was episode 12. She talks a lot about performance trucks, her history, how she got started on Instagram, and she has an account that is called Diesel Barbie, and it, has over 50K followers. So she's kind of a local social influencer in that truck and, diesel truck community. So very cool episode. Definitely check that out if you're interested. And then I talked about it on last episode as well, but it is currently Subaru Share the Love event at our All-American Subaru and Old Bridge store here. And just this great event, real quick, if you didn't hear about it last week or haven't seen anything on social media, but basically Subaru loves to give back to the communities, and they love to empower their dealerships to give back to their local communities, which is fantastic. So basically during the Share the Love event, which is running now until January 4th, 2021, is basically when you lease or purchase a vehicle from All American Subaru and Old Bridge, Subaru of America Inc. donates automatically $250 to a charity of your choice, which they have 5 national charities to choose from. And then they let a dealership choose a hometown charity. So we've chosen Jar of Hope. Everybody knows that we're very connected to them here in the local community. So they're a hometown charity. So the customer gets to choose. Obviously, from a dealership perspective, we always hope they choose the hometown charity. But there are some good national charities to donate to as well. But we like to keep it in our local community, obviously. So they donate $250. All American Subaru in Old Bridge and the Savino family, my family, have pledged to donate an additional $50 per vehicle purchase and lease. We did the same thing last few years as well. So it's $300 per new Subaru purchased or leased here during this Share the Love event. And then we added something new this year with the service department where $5 will be donated for every Subaru vehicle serviced here. So if you're out there and a Subaru owner, bring your vehicle in for service between now and the end of the year. It helps a great cause. And if you're looking for a vehicle, obviously with the end of the year coming up, we encourage everybody to buy before the end of the year. The deals are usually a little bit better towards the end of the year and in December. And we always try and get everything in by the end of the year as possible. And now with Subaru and the Share the Love event, obviously is more beneficial from charity standpoint too, to sell a Subaru in December than it is in January or even November, because it's running now until the end of the year. So that's the Subaru Share the Love event. You could follow our All American Subaru and Old Bridge .com website and social media pages for more information on that. Or to learn more, to see what we're doing with it. We posted some videos about it to explain it further even. And then speaking of Jar of Hope, just wanted to kind of point out something cool they're doing coming up in case anybody locally wanted to get involved. They're holding a Crispy Kringle, which I'd never heard of before this, but apparently it combines Krispy Kreme donuts and running or walking a 5K, which is pretty interesting from my standpoint. And again, never heard of it, but, and they're involving, Christmas and the holidays and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. It's December 13th. So follow the Jar of Hope social media pages. You can find all the information. It's pretty close to here. Like I said, Jar of Hope's a local charity. They try and do things locally. They've involved some community partners to kind of help out with it and get them exposure too. Jar of Hope always likes to help others as well while they're being helped. So it's pretty cool. So check that out. You can go to the Jar of Hope website, jarofhope.org, for more information or their social media pages. All right, so the last thing to talk about this episode is the NFL picks. So up until this point, I've been doing pretty well. I pick against the spread. I pick 3 games every week. A Shelby F-150 confidence level pick, and a Ford Explorer confidence level pick, and a Ford EcoSport confidence level pick. So 3 tiers of picks. I was winning at about a 60% clip, which is very good against the spread. But last week I had my first 0-3 week. It was a terrible week for me. So my total record for the season is 18-15, which brings my winning percentage down to 55. Still not bad from an against the spread standpoint, but looking to pick it up. So this week I'll do a special edition of my NFL picks. So I'm going to pick all 3 Thanksgiving Day games. And that was actually suggested by one of our good friends on Facebook of the dealerships. He had kind of suggested that I pick all 3 Thanksgiving Day games just to have a little fun. And then I'll do my 3 regular picks too. So 6 picks this week. So I got to, come back from my 0-3 last week and, we'll hope for the best. So on Thanksgiving Day, I am doing a cardinal sin in betting or picks for sports, and I'm taking all 3 favorites. So the Texans are giving a field goal. The Cowboys are giving a field goal, and the Steelers are giving a little bit more than a field goal right now. So at this point, and everything could change tomorrow morning, of course, on Thanksgiving. But I'm taking all the favorites. So Texans, Cowboys, and Steelers, I like them all. But again, very weary about it because whenever you take all the favorites, bad things usually happen. There's just too much parity in the NFL and too much inconsistency, I'd say. So for my regular picks of the week, the Shelby F-150 pick, I'm going with the Giants, giving about 5 points right now against the Bengals. You've heard me talk throughout this podcast. I'm a huge Giants fan, but I've been very disappointed in the team the last few years, along with the whole fan base, because they have been horrible. And this year, obviously, they're pretty terrible, but the division is terrible. And listen, the Bengals just lost their starting quarterback, their rookie quarterback, Joe Burrow. So I think the Giants have a chance in this one. So I'm taking them. For the Explorer mid-level tier pick of the week, confidence level, I'm taking the Falcons getting a field goal against the Raiders. And then for my Echo Sport pick of the week, I'm taking the 49ers getting a touchdown against the Rams. So those are my NFL picks. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Really hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving, a great extended weekend for some folks. Not in the auto industry, right? So we'll be open on Friday and Saturday. But I know a lot of my vendors have off for the rest of the week, basically. And we'll be back at it next week. So everybody have a good one.
Well, everyone can afford an all-American Ford.